Well, the Methodist Church of the Caribbean and the Americas, South Caribbean District, is hosting its first ever Principals Retreat for principals of Methodist schools in St. Lucia, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago on July 10th and 11th at the Cascadia Hotel. Now, the church has begun a project to critically examine and improve its investment in its schools. We are joined by Ms. Janice Delaney, who is deacon of the Methodist Church, and you are going to tell us all about this. And the theme is Call to Empowered Leadership. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, thank you.
So exactly what is happening and why this initiative?
We've taken this initiative because from the start of the Methodist Church ministry across the Caribbean, we have looked not only at spiritual development, but also at the educational development. So we have established schools just as we've established churches. And, you know, from time to time, we have to take a look again and see where we are. And in our assessment in January, in our annual district church meeting, we recognize that we are not making the strides that we ought to. We have not kept a pace. And this is as good a time as any for us.
When you talk about making strides, what do you plan to accomplish and how do you plan to do that?
Well, we are looking at the ethos of our Methodist schools and making sure that that is on the front burner. We're also looking to make sure that our schools are schools of choice, and we want to get the kind of results not only academically but in the students to make them rounded so that they can be among those at the forefront of society.
And how do you plan to accomplish that?
Well, we've already had the survey of the teachers, over 150 teachers in our schools, and that data that was gathered and analyzed by a member of the Cornell University team. We now have that and we will be examining that in our retreat. Another initiative is this retreat for the principals, where the principals will be here for 2 days in retreat in Trinidad. And another phase which we will roll out beginning in September, it will have a consultant working along with 2 others who will go into the schools and spend time with the teachers as well as in the classes. So we're taking a multifaceted approach because we need to have, you know, that hands-on experience with all of the stakeholders.
How many schools does the Methodist Church have in this region?
We have 1 secondary school in Grenada and 15 primary schools across the 4 islands.
Right, and this is one initiative, so everybody will be coming, all the principals will be coming to Trinidad and Tobago for the 10th and the 11th.
That's right, they're here already. They came in last night.
Yes, because it starts today.
That's right, 8 o'clock this morning.
And what exactly will you be telling these principals when they get there?
Well, one of the topics we're looking at is understanding emotional intelligence. We're also looking at effective leadership. We're looking at journaling, again, to help us with our effective leadership.
Right. And this is taking place at Cascadia Hotel.
Cascadia Hotel.
From what time?
8 o'clock this morning.
Now, people will say that there are a lot of talk shops and, you know, all of these meetings and thing, and then nothing really comes out of it. How do you plan to execute whatever is discussed?
Well, something will definitely come out of it. Something is already coming out of it because this retreat is coming out of the survey that was done already, and the initiative, the 3rd phase in September, where we go into the schools, is taking it another further. So we're actually planning ahead. We're not waiting until one activity is finished before we have the next one. So we're actually planning ahead. Planning ahead.
Are there any social media pages or any information if people want to get in contact with the Methodist Church or the schools that they can use?
Well, right now we are in the process of setting up a specific social media page for that. But surely the schools, some of the schools have Facebook pages.
And just one quick question, Call to Empowered Leadership, how did you come up with that theme?
We came up with a theme Call to Empowered Leadership. One, because, well, as a church, we're in the Pentecost season now. And, you know, the Pentecost is the time when, as Christians, we fully examine the Holy Spirit, the power given to the Christians to enable them to undertake the mission. And surely, as a Christian denomination, we know that we cannot be effective or successful in anything unless we have that power from Holy Spirit.
All right, thank you very much, Janice Delaney, Deacon of the Methodist Church, for coming in, telling us about the work that you all are doing, and all the best with this initiative to, you know, inform, educate, and inspire. All right, thank you very much.